1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3.
What's good, everybody? Logan Ryan from Premier Basketball and Fitness Training here with a short body weight circuit for you that you can do. It takes about 10 to 20 minutes total, depending on how many sets that you want to go or rounds that you want to do through this. It's a total of 8 exercises that I've broken up into 2 groups of 4 exercises. And I'll be showing you each exercise and actually doing it with you for 1 round each. So in this first grouping of exercises, the exercises are going to be high knees, single leg balance, dead bugs, and an elevated side plank. So I'm going to show you those 4 exercises right now, and then we'll be doing them. I'll be telling you how long we'll do each exercise. So the first one, high knees, we're going to do that for 30 seconds. So we'll stand up doing this, and then we're gonna pump our knees up in a running fashion. If you can't do it high knee style, then just doing a march works as well. So high knees is right here, right? Like a inside run or inside sprint, whereas marching is a slower paced version. Okay, so we're gonna do that for 30 seconds. I'm gonna show it as high knees, so let's do that for 30 seconds. Getting started in 3, 2, 1. Go. Doing good. Got 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Time. Good. So that should help get your heart rate up. As you can tell, I'm breathing a little bit hard, and that's helping get my heart rate up. Next exercise that we're gonna do, we're gonna go single leg balance. So we're literally gonna just stand on one leg and balance there. Now, something I want you to focus on is creating like a tripod with your foot. So I'm gonna come up a little bit closer. Imagine this is my foot. My thumb is like my big toe. My pinky is like my little toe. And then the back of my wrist is like my heel. You want to use those to create like a tripod. Big toe, little toe, heel. Plant those into the ground, and that's going to help you with your balance. So we're going to go 30 seconds each side. Getting started in 3, 2, 1, go. Creating that tripod with our foot, pressing our big toe, little toe, and heel into the ground to help us with our balance. If you fall at any point during this 30 seconds, that's okay. Just quickly regain your balance and get back to it. We got 5 seconds left on this side. 3, 2, 1. And we're switching sides, doing the same thing on the other. Getting started in 3, 2, 1, go. I like to do this with my free leg up, but you could also keep it down. Either one works. Remember to stand tall as we do our balance. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Next exercise that we have is dead bugs. This is an anti-extension exercise for our abdomen. Helps create abdominal pressure to create like stiffness basically in our abdomen. So it's an ab exercise. I'm gonna move this bench back a little bit. So with dead bugs, you're gonna lay on your back. And then if you've ever seen a bug when it dies, it kind of lays in this, sometimes they lay in this fashion. So I want you to lay like this with your knees and your hips bent to 90 degrees and your arms straight up. And I want you to keep your lower back pressed into the ground. That's the biggest key. What that does is that puts your pelvis in a neutral position And that's what creates or helps create that abdominal pressure. So we're gonna do 5 reps of these, holding for 3 seconds at the bottom where we straighten our legs. So I'm gonna demonstrate right here. I'm gonna lower my right leg and I'm gonna bring my left arm behind me. So it's gonna work in opposites. Right arm down, left arm back. I'm gonna hold that for 1, 2, 3. Bring it back up to the center. Do the same thing on the other side. Left leg is gonna go down, right arm is coming back. Hold it for 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna repeat that 5 times. Key I want you to focus on, keeping that lower back touching the ground, right? You don't want that little gap to be there. That means your pelvis isn't engaged and therefore your abdomen is not engaged. So keep that lower back pressed into the ground. We're gonna do 5 reps, holding for 3 seconds on each side. I'm gonna start out doing my right leg down, left arm back. Getting started in 3, 2, 1, and go. Right arm down. Right leg down. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, and back up. Switch sides. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, back up. And right side down. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, back up. Left leg down. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, back up. Remember, keep that lower back pressed into the floor. Right leg down. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, back up. Left leg down. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, back up. Right leg down. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, back up. Left leg down. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, back up. Right leg down. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, back up. And left leg down. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, and back up. All right, so that is dead bugs, more specifically contralateral dead bugs, because we went with our right leg down, left arm back, and vice versa on the other side. So contralateral means working in opposites. Last exercise we're gonna do in this first grouping of the workout, we're gonna do elevated side planks. So grab an object. I'm gonna be using this bench here. If you have a chair, will work just as well. You want something that's elevated off the ground, so that way you're higher up from the ground. From there, I'm gonna put one of my forearms on the bench. So I'm gonna do this here with my left forearm, and then my left foot is touching the ground, and my right foot is seated or chilling on top of my left leg. From here, I don't want my hips to sag down, so I'm trying to keep my hips up, and you'll feel that contraction happening in the side of your abdomen and the oblique muscles. We're gonna hold this position for 20 seconds. Let me get my timer going. Okay. So we're gonna go side planks, elevated side planks, 20 seconds on each side. Remember to not let yourself sag into the ground. All right, so get to that side plank position. We're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Hips are up, holding this position for 20 seconds. We got 15 seconds left. Remember to not let those hips sag down. If you want to grab or if you want to touch the side of your torso, you can. I'm sure you'll feel contraction there. 3, 2, 1, and time. We'll do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna move the bench so you can see me on the other side. Same thing. Now we're going on the right side. All right, getting started in 3, 2, 1, go. Remember, keep those hips up. Don't let yourself sag into the ground. And then through your forearm, push that object, whether it's the ground, a chair, or a bench away from you. Got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, time. All right, so That first 4 exercises, that's the first group that I like to make this workout into. And the reason why I like to divide it into 2 groups of 4 is just for learning purposes. I think it makes it a lot easier if you want to do multiple rounds of this workout to do them in sets of 4. So you remember, if you're new to this workout, it's a lot easier to remember each exercise in the workout. So the 4 that we did in this grouping, we did high knees for 30 seconds. You can also do a march if you can't do high knees. We did single leg balance for 30 seconds on each side, remembering to have that tripod with our foot where the big toe, the little toe, and our heel are all pressed into the ground. A nice tall posture. Third exercise that we did was dead bugs. Excuse me. Specifically contralateral dead bugs, where we're going in opposites. So our right leg goes down, left arm goes back. We held those for 3 seconds, and the big key I want you to focus on is keeping your lower back pressed into the ground. And the last exercise that we did in this first group of 4 was the side planks, elevated side planks, remembering to not let our hips sag into the floor. I would describe these first 4 exercises as more of a warm-up / prehab, so before rehab, therefore like prehab, or core type exercises, and that's why I have those 4 first to get your body warmed up. The next 4 exercises that we're going to do, let me pull that up. All right, so the next 4 exercises we're going to do is push-ups, squats, split stance rows, and RDLs. I'll show you, I'll demonstrate, and I'll do each exercise with you for those first 4. And I'll tell you the sets and reps that we're doing. So for the first one, we got push-ups. We're doing that for 30 seconds. Options that you can do, so you can either do this regular push-up style where you're on the floor and your knees are off the floor. Your hands are on the floor, your knees are off the floor. If that's too challenging, you can do it with on an elevated surface, such as with a bench or a chair that we had used before. So doing push-ups like this. And if that's still too challenging, you can do it on the ground with your knees on the floor. I'm going to demonstrate it just as regular push-ups for 30 seconds, and then we'll move on to our next exercise. So let me pull up the timer. All right. So regular push-ups, 30 seconds doing them. Things I want you to focus on is keeping your shoulders stacked over your hands and trying to not let your elbows flare out, but instead keeping them tucked in close to your sides. All right, so we're gonna do this for 30 seconds. Shoulders stacked over hands. Elbows are in instead of flaring out. Let's get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Uh, 15 seconds left. We got 5 seconds left. Keep those shoulders over your hands. 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. All right. Next exercise that we have, we're gonna do squats. For this, you're gonna want to grab a light weight. You can do this with your body weight, but I suggest you do this with a light weight. So I'm gonna do this with 5 pounds. I'm demonstrating with a dumbbell. You could do this just as easily with a kettlebell, a plate meaning like one of these weighted plates. Any of those will work. You could even do this with a barbell on your back or on your front. But I'm going to demonstrate this goblet squat style. So that means you are holding the weight underneath our chin. And we're just doing squats. Now, keys that I want you to focus on. I want you to keep your hips roughly shoulder width apart. It's okay if it's a little bit more narrow or close or wider, but roughly shoulder width apart. It's okay also if your toes are pointed out a little bit, but you don't want them super far out like this. You know, maybe 15 degrees pointed out at the most. Keep your weight on your heels. So our heels are going to be on the ground the whole time. And I want you to imagine you're sitting in a chair. All right, so we don't really sit in a chair like this, where we just dip our torso. We actually bend our knees and push our hips back. All right. So I want you to do that, focus on that for your squats, pushing your hips back as you bend your knees, and then keeping your heels on the ground. So we're gonna go for 30 seconds. Go ahead, grab that weight, or if you're doing body weight, do body weight. But if you're doing this with weight, grab that weight, put it underneath your chin for a goblet squat style. I'm gonna demo this from the side angle so you can see my hips pushing back. All right, we're going for 30 seconds. Getting started in 3, 2, 1, go. Good, squeeze those butt cheeks at the top. "15 seconds left. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. So far we've done push-ups, we've done squats. Now we're gonna do split stance rows. So push-ups is really more so for our chest, our shoulders, our triceps, but particularly the front of our body. Squats is obviously for our lower body, our quads, our glutes, somewhat our hamstrings and our calves as well. Split stance rows is going to be good for your upper back. You want to have a strong upper back to help with your posture, especially as we get older. We tend to be rounded out a little bit. So having a strong upper back helps us stay upright for good posture, which is good from everything from just the aesthetic of a tall posture to our health, particularly with our neck. So you don't want to have a rounded neck, and rounded neck also leads to like headaches and whatnot. So those are reasons why we want to have a strong upper back, and split stance rows is a great exercise for that. So the way we do this, split stance means one foot is in front of the other. So as you can see, my left foot is in front of my right. And then I'm going to go opposite or contralateral, opposite side. So if my left leg's in front, I'm doing this with my right arm. It's okay for my back heel to be up, but I want that front heel down. And I'm gonna bend over. So I'm not rounding my back like this. I'm more so bending so my back is pretty straight. And then I am pulling that weight behind. It's not my bicep or my elbow that's curling it, as more it is my shoulders coming back, which forces my back muscles, my rhomboids in particular, those around your scapula, even your latissimus dorsi, and your mid and lower traps to pull that weight back. So getting into that split stance, you're gonna pull the weight back for yourself. I want you to pull this towards your rib cage, even more towards your pocket. Perhaps that's a better cue for this. Pull it towards your pocket, so that way we are getting the mid back as opposed to our upper trap. All right, so we're gonna go 30 seconds on each side with this. Getting started in 3, 2, 1, go. Remember to pull that weight towards your pocket so that way your upper back is doing the work. Shoulders come back to engage that upper back. Doing good. Got 10 seconds left. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Switching sides, same thing, getting right into it. Other side. Getting started in 3, 2, 1, go. Remember to pull that weight towards your pocket. You guys can't see. You got 10 seconds left on this exercise. Keep going. Get as many reps as you can. 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. So that's split stance rows. Last exercise that we have is Romanian deadlifts, also called for short RDLs. What this is it's a hip hinge, so it works particularly on the back side of our body. Our glutes and our hamstrings are doing primarily the work here. With your weight, I want you to put it underneath your chin. We're gonna stay in a tall posture, and you can slightly bend your knees, and then that's it. Your knees are gonna do no more moving, because this movement's coming from your hip. Bending or hinging is the term, right? Kind of like a door hinge where it rotates on itself. So with your feet roughly shoulder width apart, I want you to push your hips back while keeping a tall posture, not allowing those shoulders to round forward. And then when you come to the top, squeeze those butt cheeks. So again, here's another demo. Push those hips back, keep your posture tall without letting your shoulders round forward. And then when you come up at the top, contract and squeeze those butt cheeks. If you need a cue to help you with executing this exercise, imagine you're holding some groceries in your hands and you're trying to close your car door. So you would push your hips back to close that car door. Same idea on this Romanian deadlift. All right, so grab your weight, hold it underneath your chin, and then we're gonna go for 30 seconds Romanian deadlifts. Feet shoulder width apart, getting started in 3, 2, 1, go. Good. Push those hips back. Make sure the hips are doing the movement here as opposed to your knees. Keep those shoulders back. Don't let them round forward. Doing good, y'all. We got 5 seconds left. Get one more rep, 2, 1, and time. Good. All right, so that is a short circuit that you can do on your own with a light weight. You can also do this with body weight, but I do suggest doing it with a light weight. If you don't have one, invest, anywhere from $10 to $20, maybe $30 on a light dumbbell or a light kettlebell, so that way you can increase your strength. But that's a short circuit of 8 exercises. We broke it up into 2 groups of 4, with that first group being more of that prehab, core type of warm-up exercises. Included in that first group was high knees, single leg balance, dead bugs, contralateral dead bugs, and elevated side plank. And then that second group of 4 was more of that traditional strength exercises where we did push-ups for the front of our upper body. We did squats, which is for our lower body, but it's a little bit more on the quad side, the front part of your lower body. We did split stance rows, which is great for our upper back, our upper body on the back side. And we did Romanian deadlifts, also called RDLs, which is great for the posterior or back side of our lower body, hitting primarily our glutes and our hamstrings, okay? I'll make sure to have the exercises and the duration for each exercise in the description. You can do this circuit as many times as you want. I would say at the minimum, if you're a beginner, maybe do it 1 time for the first week. And then each week, try to do more rounds. Maybe you're doing 2 rounds the second week, 3 rounds the third week, and then 4 rounds the fourth week. And then after that 4th week, you can switch it up, whether it's new exercises, longer duration, or shorter duration with heavier weights. That part is kind of up to you. And if you need help, if you have questions with that, please feel free to reach out to me. You can contact me through You can comment here on this YouTube page. You can contact me on Instagram with a DM. That's at premier_BFT. You can email me at premierbft@gmail.com. Any method that you need help with, please feel free to reach out. I love helping people reach their fitness goals, and I'm here to help. So please reach out. All right, so there's that short circuit for you. I hope you enjoy and continue to maximize your potential. Take care.